Boy, this one's been a long time coming. G'day guys. The review you're about to see is the review that's taken me the longest to do of any I've ever done. Now that's not because this particular tool is very difficult to review or anything like that. And now I've got a fly in here buzzing around. One moment. Right, well let's get rid of him. I started filming this over a year ago, well over a year ago. I think it was May 2017. And I started filming it like this. Couple more new toys, hooray! So here I've got a 18 volt Makita hedge trimmer and an 18x2, that's 36 volt chainsaw. As much as I need to trim some hedges, this one's going to be much more fun, so that's what I'm doing first. Then my computer crashed. So my hard drive carked it and I lost it, and then I sent my computer off to get repaired, and I had lost a lot of video, and then eventually I managed to recover the opening of it so I can put it in the video. So you'll see that in one moment. And then I've tried filming it several times. I've done little trimming and about the place. I've been using this thing for, well, over a year, nearly a year and a half. About a year, yeah, a year and a half. Jeez. And, well, let's just see if I can find some footage. XHU02Z. And it's an 18 volt Makita hedge trimmer. Now, I've got to show you this to be honest. So the hedge trimmer has some sort of feature in it here by the looks, whereas if there's an earthquake detected by the blade, the front and back handles will both sing a song. So that'll be an interesting feature to have a look at. So it says on the box 15mm between the blades for cutting distance. I know that it's more than that. I've stuck my finger in one before, so I know that it's bigger than 15mm the gap. 520mm long, so I don't know what that is, 21 inches, something like that. Right, let's open her up. Okay, what do we got? Obvious manual and a shitload of cardboard. Unfortunately, it looks like it doesn't come with one of them doohickeys for scooping all your leaves along so they don't end up stuck on top of your hedge. Box just fell in half. Okay, let's get this out of here. Now the blade moves at something like 1350 strokes per minute. Can't tell you if that's high or not, so don't really know the stroke rate of most hedge trimmers, unfortunately. Now, one of the first things you'll notice when you take this out is that it's very wobbly, like that. I've looked at them, they're all like that. It's meant to be like that. That's your sort of vibration, anti-vibration control. And let's have a look at the shiny blade. Now the blade, according to the website, is a stain-free shear blade surface of glittering silver obtained by non-electrolyzed nickel plating that features high anti-abrasion surface for long-lasting coating. I don't think that was written by someone with English as a first language. But yeah, they've certainly hyped that up. But anyway, it is very shiny. You've got a little shield here. Now, what I find annoying about hedge trimmers is you've got the sort of two trigger system. You've got to pull that one and pull the trigger at the same time. So the trigger's got a lock on it there. It's a bit annoying, and you've got to pull that. So it's kind of pull that, push that, pull that. Three bloody things just to get the hedge trimmer to work. Which makes it very difficult for high areas when you kind of want to just hold it with one hand down here. So don't try this at home, but what I do is I usually wrap a cable tie around here and cable tie it so that that bit's always turned on. Now some people are gonna have a spazzy at me about that, but hey, that's what I do. You don't have to do it. Okay, she's a star system, of course, so it's all protected with the new batteries and everything. It is made in China, like most tools these days. Didn't actually have a look where my chainsaw was made. There's a little light on the top here, which I guess is a battery indicator. I'll find out in one moment when I slot on a battery. So there's a 4 amp hour battery. Let's chuck her on and see how she runs. So battery on. Pull the trigger, nothing happens. Pull the safety thing and pull the trigger, nothing happens because you've got to have 2 hands. So now I've got to chuck this back on the tripod, else I can't start it. So with that back in there, pull here, push button, pull trigger. So with the blade fully open like that, I'll just remove this battery. See, that's a fairly big gap. I mean, it's rated obviously for 15mm cutting, but you can get much more than 15mm in there. So doesn't sound particularly fast when I run it. Fairly light, a lot lighter than the Still one that I was used to using. One-handed, I think it'll be quite good once I've cable tied that. So assuming this light here is battery getting low light because it doesn't come on while it's running. So that's basically it. It's a hedge trimmer. I'll go out and give her a whirl. First I'll weigh it. On the website it is saying 3.1 kgs. We are looking at, in reality, 3.3 kgs with a battery on it. So, as usual, let's take this off. As usual, the website is wrong. I don't think they hardly ever get anything right on this damn New Zealand Makita website. Now that I've taken the battery off, she didn't want to sit on. 2.7 without the battery. 3.3 with it. Yep, sounds about right. So let's go see how she cuts. Well, it's blown its tits off here today, but I've got my ISJs on, so let's get into it. So that's the Makita DUH253. I think it's a good little unit. It's got a 520mm blade. That bit. It's 1350 whatevers per minute. And I prefer it to the 36 volt Still that I've been using at work. It's much lighter and I think it cuts just as good, if not better. It's just easier, quicker to use, especially if you do the old modification here. Every hedge trimmer I ever use, I either tape up the handle or put cable ties around it. If you've got a problem with that, feel free to comment, I don't care. This way you can reach much higher, much higher, do it one-handed. You know, just make sure you don't keep it around kids or anyone stupid who's going to pick it up and pull the trigger instantly. And you've still got the safety feature here, so you've still got to push that in before you can pull the trigger. So, why, you know, no other tool has two safety features like that, so why does a hedge trimmer need one? Two things you've got to pull every time. Okay, thanks for watching. It's a good tool. I highly recommend it. I don't know why you'd buy a 36 volt one when this one does the trick perfectly well. Cuts brilliantly, cuts real thick, cut through something the diameter of your finger. So, you know, all good. All good. See you on the next one. There's some other ones here. Got quite a bit of the Makita outdoor equipment now. Check those out. Petrol hedge trimmer. Check that one out. Pole saw, chainsaw. Hopefully I'll stick these somewhere where my fingers are. Okay. See you. Don't forget your industrial safety jandals.